One of the biggest issues I've had with the Volvo has been the shifter play. So when I put it in first, it moves that much in gear. I have a friend of the Miata, and it feels like in neutral his car has almost as much play. We've got these STS Machining bronze shifter bushings, and they go somewhere down in the depths there. It has this much play. I'm going to try to measure it so that we can get an idea of the change in maximum throw and play in gear when I put the new bushings in. Hopefully I'll be able to feel the difference, but it'd be nice to have some numbers to back it up too. Just real quick while I'm on the topic, this is my shift knob. Kind of an experiment, and then it worked pretty well, so I just haven't changed it. It's got a hole dremelled in the bottom. I drilled it out first, but I didn't have a drill bit quite big enough, so I just finished it off with a Dremel. That also allowed me to get this flat on the side that fits across this flat. And then it's got a set screw on the other side. I wound up having to file a little notch in here so the set screw would have something to seat in. That way you can tighten it down comfortably into the phenolic plastic ball, and it won't strip the threads while it'll still have something to bite into here so the ball doesn't pop off. The boot off. Just over the reverse lockout. Measuring to the same side, about an inch, almost exactly an inch. Maybe just a hair under, but we'll say an inch of play, left to right, at the top of the shaft. There's all the way up in first, all the way down in second. We're at 6.5 to the same edge. Just kind of give you some idea of how that works. There's a bolt, and there's another bolt, and then should be able to take that off. People talk about shifter foam being degraded. I think it's a little bit degraded. I don't know. Could be wrong, but something tells me it shouldn't be doing that. There is kind of one special tool that I know of you'll need, which is these pair of snap ring pliers. They have these little pins on the end to grab into the holes in this snap ring. But snap ring loose. So this is the upper shifter bushing, and it's in two pieces. What you've got, there's the rubber kind of a seal, and then there's a nylon actual bushing piece. There's the front of the car, transmission cross member, and then we go straight up behind the transmission cross member to get to that set screw. The pin slides out the side. Okay. Now you can see that the bottom of the shifter stalk is not in line with where it's supposed to be in the yoke, and I should be able to pull it straight up and out the top. And that is the shifter. This roll pin usually goes through here, punched it out, and now should be able to work the reverse lockout off and hopefully not lose parts doing it. That's the reverse lockout. It's got spring, sleeve. This is the actual lockout mechanism. This is the actual shifter. That looks a little bit nicer. This is the lower bushing for the shifter ball. That's the shifter yoke, and there's a bushing here, and there's one here. Both of those bushings installed in the yoke. Here's the upper bushing. Make sure it's on in the correct orientation, which is bronze side against the ball. To install the reverse lockout, obviously line up the flats and just kind of slide it on. It's not that fancy. See, there's a hole right there, to make sure that's lined up so that you can get this roll pin through the hole. You just, kind of drop it in. Do some convincing with the snap ring pliers, like so. Actually, make sure you get the other side seated too. Release it. That's in. So now we have a shifter that, you know, is here and not connected at the bottom, but it feels pretty good. It all works. So this one should want to be right around there. You can see witness mark if I line that up about there. And the front one, there's a pretty good witness mark there too. When I pull up here, the white plastic part moves with the lockout ring. Now when I go to first normally, I'll push against this bracket and slide forward into first. Going to reverse is just like going to first gear, except you have to go further to the left. So when you pull the lockout ring up, you get over that bracket and then you can go into reverse. And first, all the way forward. Second, about 6 1/4. And then in first gear, looks like about 1 1/8 inches.